Hey guys, welcome back to Status Detail. This video is on a GT3 Touring. It is a fantastically cool 911 Porsche. It is very, very rare. Porsche never released the production numbers on this car, so we really don't know how many were made and we really don't know how rare they are. I've been in this business for a little while now and I've never seen one in person, so this is a really cool car. So today we're going to talk a lot about how to do a maintenance detail on your car. We're specifically talking about how to do a professional level maintenance detail on your car in your own driveway or in your own garage right at home. So everything I'm going to use today, I'm going to link in the description. Everything I'm going to use you can buy. Everything I'm going to do you can do in your garage or in your driveway at home. This detail would normally be around $300, $350. We did some extra things to maintenance the existing ceramic coating that was not installed by me. So our total for this detail was probably around $700 or $750. You can do all of the things I'm going to do, including maintaining the existing coating. You can do all of this from your driveway, and you can do all of it with a 100% status detail guided approach to doing every step, every product, and all the processes and how to do it. So let's jump into it, guys. All right, guys, so we've got a dirty car here. It's definitely time for a wash. There's just a lot of dirt on this thing. There's a lot of grit, and we got to be careful on how we're going to wash this because we don't want to rub that grit and dirt into the paint. We don't want to swirl anything out. We don't want to leave, we want to leave this car better than when we started because we're going to put that ceramic coating on top. So we got to get this dirt off carefully with a proper 2-bucket wash, foam cannon, and the whole 9 yards. So let's jump into that and kind of get into the correct washing process to get us to the ceramic coating at the end. All right, guys, so the first thing we always do when we wash a car, no matter if it's a maintenance detail, a detail we're going to do on a car we're going to ceramic coat and have for 5 days, the first thing we're always going to do is we're going to clean the wheels on the car. So the main product we're going to use is going to be Brake Buster. Brake Buster can be bought in a bottle that is this size for, I believe, like $8 or something like that. I'll put all the prices kind of in like the description box and then just over the screen. But this is very inexpensive. It's a great way to jump in and try Brake Buster because it's probably one of the least expensive products you can buy to clean your wheels, and it works so well. It's really amazing. Then what I usually do is I buy a gallon of it and then I put it in a 32-ounce bottle with a nice chemical sprayer. These will be in the store by the time this video is up, and this is my preferred way of using it because I go through a decent amount of it. Even you as a consumer who maybe has 2 cars, you'll go through a decent amount of it. I would recommend a bottle like this. But yeah, you can buy this in a gallon. And again, I don't remember the price, so I probably won't say a lot of the prices. I'll just put them up in the box here. But this bottle is very, very inexpensive when you're considering that this is a gallon of Brake Buster. Like a gallon of most products that are good detailing products can usually be like $80, but this is a fraction of that. This is way, way less. So it's really nice that we can offer this in a gallon size, and then you're gonna fill your 32-ounce bottle with it. Outside of that, brushes. So we didn't use the Speedmaster brush. This is called the Easy Detail brush. They're the exact same brush, 2 different companies, but they're this very fine material. We didn't use this because the wheel woolies fit perfectly out throughout these entire wheels. I'm sure a lot of you guys were watching this video and going, man, my wheels don't look like that. Like my wheels would never work with that big wheel willy brush. That's when this brush comes in. This thing will fit in almost anywhere. I'll give you a close-up of this so you can get a better view of it. But basically, as thin as this wire part is back here, that's the gap you can get into. So you can get into basically anything. These bristles are very flexible. They bend back quite a lot. So we didn't need this time, but this is a great brush. It should be in your arsenal unless you only have 1 or 2 cars and you know that the wheel woolies will fit. So the main wheel woolly brushes are these. They sit in my bucket, so this one's a little deformed, but I can show you the picture from the website of what they look like when they're brand new. But these are great. They hold a lot of water, they hold a lot of soap, so when you're getting in there, you'll see in the video that it's really foams up. I'm not adding anything. I'm not using an IK foamer in this case. I'm literally just using water in the brush, and then I'm using Brake Buster with this brush, and it just manually turns into a lot of foam, which is great. It's a fantastic product. If you haven't tried Brake Buster yet, please give it a shot with that small bottle. And if you don't have wheel brushes, this is the way to go. There's 2 other sizes in here. There's a medium size, which will hold up for you. There's a medium size. This is big. This is medium. And then this is our little small guy. So this will also basically fit in almost any spot you need to clean if the Speedmaster or the Easy Detail brush won't. From my experience from cleaning wheels, you usually do the worst job or hate doing the job on your car that you don't have the right tools for. So for me, I didn't have good wheel cleaning tools for a long time, and I really hated doing wheels. And now honestly, it's one of my favorite parts of doing the car, because when you have the right tools, like the right chemical and the right tools, man, it totally changes the game. So if you hate doing wheels and you've like never seen something like this or never considered something like this, trust me, it's worth the very small investment of money to give this a shot. Those brushes are worth, I believe, $50. That's pretty inexpensive for brushes that will basically last forever. And the gallons of Brake Buster will last you a long time if you're not a professional. And if you are a professional, they will still last you a while because it's a gallon, and how much faster and more efficient your work will become will save you so many dollars over the course of weeks of detailing lots of cars. And then I know a lot of you guys watch my Instagram page. This is Q2 Tire. This is the product I use on the tires. This is a tire wet or a tire dressing. This gives that amazing, incredible kind of matte finish. It's almost a little satin sometimes, but it's really, I like to call it a matte finish, where it just looks like factory rubber. It looks like the way a car should be when you see it in the auto show. And you're like, man, that car looks so cool, and it looks brand new, and it just looks perfect. This gives that look. I'll drop some pictures in maybe of some other cars I've done recently that use this product. This car we used it on. It's so cool. It's such a great look. It's hydrophobic, so actually the tire will actually bead water, like the paint will bead water when it's ceramic coated. That's kind of a temporary effect. It'll last a couple weeks, in some cases maybe a month or 2 if you don't drive a lot. But amazing product, amazing results, and it's just, again, this bottle is small, but this bottle will last you a very, very long time. Even as a professional, with my medium volume of business, this lasted me a very, very long time. So the wash bucket is maybe one of the most important parts of the entire wash. So in my wash bucket, I always keep my PF22. My PF22 is my foam cannon. This is a professional grade product. You can buy a $20 version of this from Amazon, which will work. You will need to swap the orifice nozzle on that product because it will not be made for electric pressure washers if you have a kind of a cheap one from Home Depot. This comes with both orifice nozzles, the ones that you would use for a high-end grade electric pressure washer like mine, or like a gas one. It also has the orifice nozzle for the cheaper Home Depot $150 pressure washers. This product is built very solid. This is about 4 years old, I believe, and it looks brand new still. There's no cracks in this thing. It works perfectly. So the soap we used on this wash was CarPro Reset. CarPro Reset is an intensive soap that is, very strong, so it's going to clean your car very effectively, but it will not hurt your coating. It's specifically designed by CarPro to be safe on cars with ceramic coatings. In this video, you will realize after we put all the soap on the car and then we rinse it, the water beading is gone. That is not because CarPro Reset is so strong that it stripped the coating. That happened because the coating that was installed by the other company, that wasn't me, put a not very good coating on this car. It was a proprietary coating, which is like the biggest red flag word to me when someone says something like that. So that was a coating problem and not a soap problem. So don't be freaked out that this is going to strip the soap off your car. In fact, usually when I use CarPro Reset on a ceramic coated car, what will happen is a coating that's kind of clogged and not beading correctly, this actually cleans it out so well that when you do rinse it, it has amazing water beading again. So it usually has the opposite effect. But on a car that has a bad coating on it, this kind of shows it kind of cleans it out so good that it shows the water beading is not very good anymore, which is why we actually ended up doing the coating maintenance stuff that we ended up doing. So this soap is very, very good. You'll see in the video we used around maybe 3 ounces, maybe 4 ounces, but I'd say around 3 ounces, and then we diluted that in our RPF22. If you're doing foam cannons, don't ever put any of this in your wash bucket. Just take your foam cannon and shoot that into your wash bucket. If you do it that way, you save soap. The soap is expensive, don't waste it. This is what we use in this video. I really like this. It has a great smell when you're using soaps and you're foaming. Having a great smelling product is nice because when you aerate that through the foam cannon, it really kind of makes the whole area smell like whatever the product is. So our wash pad is always going to be very important. Our wash pad is a pad. It is not a mitt. Mitts have extra stitching on them, and I don't like that because they often can scratch the paint on accident. All the stitching on this is tucked into the pad, and then it's just like you can't see it. There's no stitching in this thing. It's all microfiber. It's made by Rag Company. And I love this thing. It's fantastic. I have more than one. So sometimes I might need 2 of these to wash one car because the car might be so dirty. So it's a good idea to have 2 of these if you're washing even just one car. If you have multiple cars, even more reason to have at least 2. Now these brushes are from Amazon. I've talked kind of badly about them, saying they're not the greatest quality. I do not sell these, and I don't really plan on selling them, but I will link them in the store because they are decent brushes. They are boar's hair, which is better for chemical type stuff usually, and they're a little stronger, so like they're a little stiffer. So if you really need to kind of get some dirt out of something like your calipers or something like that, these work pretty well for that. Now the Detail Factory brush is just better construction. This whole thing is a seamless piece of plastic where this has multiple pieces of plastic, so it's more likely to break. And this has synthetic brushes, but my goodness, these are some of the softest things I have ever touched. And it's just a very, very nice brush. So this is something I recommend you use if you're trying to clean, trim on a car. So if we were to come over here and we wanted to clean, a seam or a jam or something like that, something like the grills back here, this is fantastic for that kind of work. You can use these on the inside of the car as well. So if you want to have 2 of them, one for outside, one for inside, this is really great for getting around buttons and around your steering wheel and just things like that. My preferred way of drying a car is always going to be using air. So a car like this has a ceramic coating. Your car might not have a ceramic coating, but at the very least I'd hope your car had some kind of wax on it, which means you're going to have water beading. And when your car beads water, you will be able to blow dry it very easily. So the Works blower is something that's first of all very practical to own. So if you own a house or something, you can blow all the leaves with this thing and get big piles, and you can even blow snow. So like when snow is a very small amount, you can actually blow the snow and it's really easy. I literally used this to blow leaves around the house the other day. This product is fantastic to blow dry your car. It works really, really well. You do need like a 50-foot extension cord just because you're going to need power to this thing. This is a corded blower. I believe this is $50 on Amazon. I will link this so you guys can check it out. It's really, really nice. Now, if you're a professional or if you're just trying to save some money, because this is much more money, you can buy the Big Boy blower. You can also buy the Master Blaster blower by Metro, which is a really good blower too. But this is what we're going to currently talk about because this is what's in this shop, this location. So this is the Big Boy blower. They call it the Blower R Pro. It has 2 motors, and each motor has a half speed and a full speed. So you can do 2 motors on both full speed to get the most out of it. This is a very nice product. It blows heated air, so it actually heats the air up from ambient and makes it a little hotter, which makes it easier to blow dry things. And this cord is very, very cool. It's rubberized here, so you get kind of a better grip when you're holding it. there's rubber on the end of this tip when you're blow drying. So what's going to happen is if I bump the car with this, it's actually rubber and it's not plastic, so it won't scratch. And it's a very cool cord. When the blower turns on, it extends. So you're storing only this much cord, but when it turns on, you get about 30 feet because this whole thing extends. Very, very cool. So it doesn't matter which method you're using. You can even get handheld blowers that are about this size for also $50, and those will get the job done too. I don't recommend those if you're going to go that route. I would always recommend a big blower like the Works blower, because it's the same amount of money, and no joke, you'll use it around the house. It's really nice to have, even to blow your garage out and just like blow the leaves out. Or blow dust out or something of your garage. So that has multiple functions. It's inexpensive, and it is wonderful for drying your car. If you're looking for some professional level stuff, or you want to have a higher image in your shop or something, having a big boy blower is a big deal. When you want to do a demo or show your customer something, bringing out the big boy blower and having this crazy cord expand when it turns, it's cool. There's some theatrics in that, and that's kind of nice. I believe this blower is around $400. And my Metro blower, which is also very nice, is around, I think, $450. So both of those products are very, very expensive. They are not necessary. You only need a $50 product to get the same result. But obviously there are some differences between these two things. The main one is that the Metro vacuum and the big boy blower, they both shoot heated air, and that only shoots, the Works blower only shoots ambient air. So if it's 50 degrees outside, it will shoot 50-degree air at your car, whereas this might shoot 75-degree air at your car. That does make a difference in how fast you can blow dry a car when the air is hot. So the main towels that we use in the shop and just in my daily use in my personal cars are basically these two stacks right here. So we've got these blue towels, and I also sell these in gray, and then these these are more almost like white, but we'll call them gray for now, gray towels. So these are totally edgeless towels. So they have no stitching or anything. They're ultrasonic or knife cut or something like that on the edges. Man, these are they're great towels. They're very, very plush. These are 500 GSM. The average towels, for example, like our Costco towels that a lot of us use, I believe those are around 320 GSM. So these are 500. They're very, very different. I love this towel for putting wax on, like using like Geon Cure. I put Geon Cure on with this. On occasion, I'll use this to kind of dry something or like dry a door jamb. Yeah, this is a great product. This is a great product. This is something you'd want in your arsenal. The main thing is this. I don't care who makes it. You want some kind of edgeless cut, knife cut edge with no stitching in it. This towel is a very nice drying towel. So both of these towels are from the Rag Company. This towel, I believe, is called the Platinum Pluffle. I hope we can catch this on the camera here, but this kind of has like a grid on it. So it's all microfiber. I think this is a tad over 500 GSM, or it's right there. But you can see it's got like little hole punches in it almost, which is designed to encapsulate dirt, if there is any. There shouldn't be when you're drying, but if there is, because we're not perfect, it'll capture some of that dirt into those deep crevices, and it'll keep it out of the tips of the fiber, so that way it won't scratch your paint. This is a great product, and this is something that actually does not have a edgeless construction. However, it does have a suede edge with stitching that is pretty well tucked. So because of that, one of the ways I like to use this product is I put it directly on the car and I pat it dry. So I could put it on, right, and then I could put this on the car and then drag it. What I like to do is I put it on and then I tap it. A lot of you guys ask me about leather care, like all the time, especially my Instagram followers. So And the main question is, how do you get the leather looking so good, or why does it look so matte, or how do you make it look like it's brand new all the time? Like, those are like word for word the way the Instagram DMs come in. So this product couldn't be simpler. It's called GN Leather Cleaner. It's very inexpensive. You will have this bottle for a very long time because you won't need to clean your leather that often if you're doing it right. So you spray this onto a towel and you just wipe everything down. Wipe your door jambs down, wipe your dash down, wipe your steering wheel down. If you're doing that if your car's brand new and you're doing that from day one, every couple weeks, your interior will look fantastic all the time. Now, there will come a time when you're going to need a little more aggression, and aggression is not really the right word, but we're going to need a little more agitation is really what we're looking for. So when we're looking to remove some actual serious buildup on the steering wheel, you never want to just be taking a towel and scrubbing. It's the worst thing you can do. What we want to do is we want to take the brush and this, and we want to spray into the brush and then work the steering wheel. If we do it that way, first of all, we remove like overspray. If I just start spraying on the steering wheel, I'm going to soak the dash in cleaner, and that's going to be a pain in the butt to clean. So if we spray it directly into the brush, we're going to very lightly, very lightly, we're just like, I'm going to try and put this near the microphone so you guys can hear it. Now, we don't want to do this. Hear the difference? So hopefully you can hear that difference. One of those was really rough. Okay, you don't want to do anything really rough, especially on Napa leather, which is the kind of leather that is in this car, this GT3 Touring. It's the kind of leather in Audis, in M cars, like M3s, M4s. All of those kinds of cars have very sensitive leather, and it's not coated in anything, which means if we really grind down and scrub it, we will remove the leather grain. Like, it'll destroy it forever, and there'll be nothing you can do to come back to fix it. The equivalent of burning through your paint is when you remove the leather grain. So you got to be careful. So very, very gentle. But if you stay gentle and you use this product, you will completely transform your leather. It's amazing how much you can bring back to make it look matte and brand new again. So we're going to do one pass on the carpets with the vacuum while it's still in the car. This is basically going to get the top layer of stuff off. And then we're going to remove the carpets out of the car. When we remove them now, that dirt doesn't fly everywhere. And then, as you'll see, there's going to be stuff underneath that carpet. So vacuum all this stuff out, get under your seat as well. And then you can notice our detailing kit here from the Rigid Vacuum is that little thin wand, which helps get into certain spots. So, that's really helpful for getting to the sides of the seats. As you can see here, I don't know any tool that can get in here besides this one. So once you're done doing all this stuff, we can go back to that carpet. So, this is a time lapse to show you how much time I spent, but take your time and really vacuum it. You'll get a lot out if you take your time vacuuming. This is the kit. This is the stainless steel Rigid Vacuum. The orange part is part of that detailing kit. It comes with a couple attachments, and then the hoses are interesting too. So this is the stock hose, the normal hose that comes with any Rigid Vacuum. You can see it falls apart kind of when you step on it. And then this is the vacuum hose that comes with the car detailing kit. It's much more rigid. It's meant to be used in high traffic areas. So basically, if you step on it, it doesn't interrupt the vacuuming for you. Panel prep is so important. So when we're talking about panel prep, that's not something you're going to use very often. But if you're going to put on something like Cure or Reload for the first time in a long time, or literally for the first time, you want to use panel prep. Panel prep is mostly alcohol, and what it's going to do is it's going to remove all the residues and oil and specifically polish. If we just polish, it's going to remove all that stuff from the surface, so when we put Cure or Reload or a real ceramic coating on the car, that we're ensuring that real product or the real ceramic or the Cure or the Reload is bonding directly to the paint and not to the residue that is on the paint. If you get the second one, if it bonds to the residue, your durability will be terrible, your water beading will be terrible, and you will think the product is awful. And it was totally your install method and not the product. But it is paramount before you do it, to do that before you do something like EXO or CSL, which is crystal serum light. So if we're doing real ceramic coatings, you absolutely have to use this product. I don't recommend you use isopropyl alcohol. You can do that. That's kind of what's in this bottle, but it's not the same. It's different. I noticed the difference, you know, when I'm doing my installs with actual panel prep. This stuff is very inexpensive. The average consumer will have a bottle like this for probably a year or two, because you're not going to be doing ceramic coatings every week like I am. So the value is tremendous. One of the cool things about this that I really, really like is, you know, I don't offer glass cleaner in the store because glass cleaner is kind of silly for most applications. But if you really want to clean your glass and you really want like really clean glass, or you got some gross stuff on your glass or something like that, using panel prep on your glass will give you unbelievable results. And then after you get that really, really clean glass, put Cure on top of it, or put Reload on top of it, and you will have perfectly prepped glass with very good adhesion with your ceramic sealant. And that will give you like that Rain-X effect that's really, really awesome. So like really good to have. It's kind of one of those tools where it's like when you need it, you need it. If you're trying to go after the 5% that you're missing in your setup, where you have the perfect applications of waxes and sealants and ceramic coatings and stuff like that, this is a 100% must-have. You have to have that. You know, I think a lot of guys who are watching this have never used a panel prep before they put a wax on, and I'm telling you right now that will completely change the way you do your maintenance detail on your car. So this car had a ceramic coating from another company local that we're not going to talk about because that's not the point. But they put a ceramic coating on this car, and that ceramic coating majorly underperformed. This car had that done in 2019 March, and this car has 2,000 miles on it, and the water behavior is just unacceptable in terms of status detail standards of what a 1.5-year-old coating on an essentially brand new car should look like. It should look so much better than what it looked like. So we did a couple things to try and rehab the coating, and we were unsuccessful. One of the ways to try and do that is to use panel prep in a couple spots. I very, very lightly polished a few spots in the water behavior, and the polished and unpolished spots identical, which means that the coating wasn't holding up, wasn't doing good. So our options were to kind of try and rehab it, and that's what we did. And then we have another option to literally polish everything off, start over fresh, and do it all over again. That would be thousands of dollars, and that's a lot of money. So we didn't want to do that because that's not, you know, the customer already had thousands of dollars invested in a car that's very new, that's got a coating that shouldn't be bad yet. So Gtechniq EXO, this product is a topper. So it is designed to go on top of the coating you already have. So when I put CSL on a car and then I put this on top of it, that's dual layer, 2 layers, base coat, and then this is second coat, dual layer. So this is basically your maintenance product when you have issues like this. So when we have a coating that we know isn't performing well, I can re-prep the car. So I prep the car with panel prep, Geon prep, and then I put this back over the car. Now, after that cures for a couple hours, you're going to want to at least wait 3-4 hours. This can be topped with Geon Cure. And then the results that you can see are the before and after of before coating, original coating, right? And then the after is the EXO and Cure on top of each other, and then what that looks like. It's drastically different. It is proper hydrophobic ceramic coating, what it should look like. This product is not complicated to put on. It's similar to the glass coating. So when you put this on the car, you do your panel prep, so panel prep the whole car. And then after you do the panel prep, you're going to put this on, I'll show you in the video, but you're going to put that on your little suede block, and you're going to rub it into the car. Now you're going to work panel by panel. So we're going to do just a door, then we're going to do just a fender, then we're going to maybe only do half the hood, and then only do the other half of the hood. If you try and work too big of a spot, that's when you're going to get into problems in your driveway and you're going to have issues. Traditional coatings, like base coats or traditional coatings to me, those will have tendencies to have high spots, and that's the scary part of putting a coating on. It is hard to get a high spot with EXO because EXO you will put on and then you will essentially immediately remove it. So there's not a whole lot of time for it to cure and get a high spot because you're putting it on, then you're taking it off. You need to keep a good eye out for when you do a door, you will wipe it off, and you might wipe some residue from your door onto your fender. So if you don't wipe that off, you could have a problem. So the only problem you could ever have, and I have total faith in anybody who has made it this far into this video, I have total faith in you to be able to install this product the correct way if you do this one thing, right? when you wipe a door, you're gonna wipe like 2 feet, 1 foot, you're gonna wipe all the way past the door seam. So we're gonna wipe once, we're gonna flip the towel, then we're gonna wipe the door, then we're gonna wipe where the door seam is, where the door and the fender meet, wipe 6 inches to a foot past that. If you do that, you will be covering all of it very well. Now that's why I say don't work a big area. If I work half the side of the car, it's so easy to start missing stuff. If I'm working just a door, just a fender, just a half of the hood, it's way easier to be on top of it, to go, okay, this is what I'm working on, and then I'm gonna wipe past this point to make sure I'm getting all of the residue that I'm wiping past the panel that I'm working on. If you do that, this product will be very easy to do. It'll take you maybe an extra 25 minutes to do it, but you will know that you're doing it perfectly, that you're not leaving anything on the table, that you're not missing anything, and it'll be very easy to put on. It is no different than putting on a normal wax or sealant on your car. The only difference is that you can miss a spot and this you can't. So be careful when you're putting it on. And I know you're capable of being careful and walking around this car and just like taking your time. Once you can get used to doing this once or twice, in the future when we get into the CSL coating and you're topping it with this, you're gonna be a pro at it. It's gonna be so easy because you're gonna understand the process of how you work panel by panel, and it's gonna be easy. And then you're gonna be doing dual layer coatings in your garage and it's gonna be super easy, and you're gonna have 7-year durability, and you're gonna be like a pro on your own car, and you're gonna be saving tons of money. So EXO is your gateway. EXO is your gateway to trying ceramic coatings. I know you guys can handle this if you watch my videos. If you've been this far into this video already, then you have the patience to put this product on your car. Once this product's on your car, you're gonna top it with Cure. Wait 4 or 5 hours, and then you're gonna put Cure on top of it, and it's gonna work really, really well. You can put EXO on a car that does not have a ceramic coating on it. So if you have nothing on your car, you can put EXO on it and then top it with Cure. It is not the recommended method, but it will work. Even Gtechniq tells you it'll work on their website. But by the book, on the record, this product is designed to bond to existing ceramic coatings. So that's what it's for. But you can put it directly on paint and it'll work. If you want to kind of learn the ins and outs and learn the ropes of putting a ceramic coating on your car, you can do that, right? I do recommend that you probably explore this if you have a ceramic coated car and then you're using it as a topper. So this is CarPro Fly-by-30. This is basically one of the first ceramic products we ever added to the store. This is a glass coating. It's very easy to put on, and I'm kind of introducing you guys into our ceramic stuff. That's easy, because I want you to kind of understand how to do the easy stuff, so when we get to the more complicated stuff like CSL, crystal serum light, that you have a little bit of a better experience and just an understanding of how ceramic works, how it reacts. So this will be the easy part, and then that stuff that's harder will be easier because we understand this. So this is a product you just wipe on, and that's it. You don't even have to wipe it back off. So it's pretty hard to screw up. It's like virtually impossible to put on the wrong way. Unless you don't follow the instructions, then you're gonna put it on the wrong way. I say that because the first time I put it on, I figured you had to wipe it off, and I wiped it off, and it didn't work, and I was like, man, this stuff is terrible. And then I came back and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, you don't wipe it off, you just wipe it on, and that's literally it, you don't remove it. So this product's very easy to put on. I've had it on my wife's car for a while, and it's very good. I trust it to keep her safe in bad weather, in bad rain, and it even helps in snow. Very unbelievably affordable. I couldn't believe how cheap the product was. Cheap is the wrong way to say it, because cheap makes it sound like a bad product. It's very good value. I'd rather say it that way. It comes with everything you need. It comes with CarPro Eraser, which is like panel prep, right? CarPro Prep. It comes with a small bottle of that, so you can prep the glass. It comes with a small bottle of glass polish, so you can actually polish the glass, then remove the polishing oil with eraser, the panel prep, and then it has the applicators and everything you need, including obviously Fly-by-30, to put it on the glass, which is amazing. All in one package for the value of what this costs is unbelievable. It says on the package that it'll last 2 years. If you use your wipers a lot, if you daily drive a lot, you might only get 1 year. On a car like this GT3 Touring, he will get 2 years all day long because he doesn't drive a lot. You can put this product, and there's plenty in the bottle to do your front windshield, your back windshield, and your side windows. You're gonna put about 3 layers or more, 3 to 4 layers on your front window. I would only put probably 1 or 2 layers on your side windows, and I would maybe put 1 or 2 layers on your back window. if you are doing just normal sized cars, like 2-door cars or 4-door cars, you can probably do 2 or 3 cars with this without too much hassle. Very good product, very good value. I love it. It works on, you can do multiple cars. If you have 3 cars, you can probably get all 3 cars with 1 bottle. Unbelievable results when you're driving down the highway. I can't believe how good it works. It just makes you feel safe, and that's a great feeling. There's not a lot of products, I don't feel safe when I'm using my car shampoo, but when I use this and I'm driving down the highway in a rainstorm at 80 miles an hour, I feel safe. I have great visibility. It's a great feeling. If you've never experienced that before, give that a shot. Also, I like to put Gtechniq over that product. So once this cures, you want to let it cure for a couple hours, then you put cure over it, and you can use cure to maintenance it as well. Great way to kind of do a double whammy of 2 products that do really great protection and work together well. So similar to our soap lineup, I have 2 products that I like to use for like maintenance ceramic sprays. CarPro Reload is one and Gtechniq is the other. And also, like similar to the products I mentioned in our soap lineup, I started with Gtechniq first. So Gtechniq was what I discovered first, and I absolutely love this product. It comes in a small 400 milliliter bottle, which is strange because usually you get a 500 milliliter and a 1,000 milliliter, but they only offer this in a 400 milliliter bottle. I can't even get this in 1,000 milliliters. That is interesting mainly because that makes you think, man, there's no value in that. That's a small bottle and it's expensive. The truth is, you barely use any of this product. When I use this, I spray it, like I'll have a towel, and I'll spray it into my towel maybe 2 times, and then if I'm working like a quarter of the car, like a quarter panel or a door, I'll spray that door twice, one on the left side, one on the right side, and then that's it, 4 sprays for that whole panel. And then I'll work my way around the whole car. So you end up only having around 30 sprays or so for the entire car. If you have an Escalade, it's gonna be like 60 sprays, because that's huge. But that's a lot of sprays. You're gonna have this bottle for like 6 months, easy, maybe more than that. It depends how often you use it. I only recommend you really wanna use this maybe once a month if you're driving a lot. On a car like this GT3 Touring that's not being used a lot, I think he can get away with every 2 months, every 3 months, maybe more on the months he drives often. This product is designed to rebond to your existing ceramic coating. So if you have an existing ceramic coating on your car, this product will rebond to it, and it will actually make your ceramic coating last longer, look better, and be more glossy. This product has ceramic in it. It has like 5% ceramic in the bottle. That's why it looks so weird. That's why it's so milky and has this weird residue on the inside. This stuff is ceramic. It's just not concentrated like the small bottles of real ceramic. You can put this on a car that does not have ceramic on it. So if you have just a normal car that you just bought from the dealership, or it could be 10 years old, as long as you do the proper prep for it, you do you want to use panel prep, you want to clay bar the car if it hasn't in a long time, you can put this on that car and you will have basically a ceramic coating on your car. It will bead water and look like it's ceramic coated. It will just be temporary. It will only last a couple weeks, maybe at best maybe like a month or 2. This product is designed to go on top of your existing ceramic coating and bond to that. That bond is much stronger than bonding to just normal paint. That will last longer than a few weeks, so you'll get good longevity out of that. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. This was hands down the most informational video I've ever made for our YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was kind of maybe another video that you guys can get into that's like an escape from the COVID-19 situation. This is something, everything we did in this video you can do at home. You can order everything online. You can do it in your home, including the ceramic coating. I know you guys can handle that. It's just a patience game. Putting a ceramic coating on a car is a patience thing. If you rush through it, you try and do too much at once, you're going to run into some problems. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rewatch it if you need to be able to tackle stuff. If anything was confusing, if anything didn't make sense to you, give me a comment below. I will check all the comments. I'll respond to them and make sure you guys can get through whatever part that might have been confusing. Again, this video is for you guys. It's for you to put a couple hours into your garage, into your car that you love, and escape the world and escape the situation of all the crazy stuff that's going on. This video was, on the more informative side. Sometimes I do videos that are more on the storytelling side. Please let me know what you guys like. If you like the storytelling side better, or if you like the informative stuff, this kind of stuff, let me know, because I make these videos for you guys, especially this video, right? This isn't for for me. I already know how to do all this stuff. So this video was strictly for you guys to learn how to install stuff in your house. So if you like these kind of videos, let me know. If you kind of like a balance of both, that's cool too. So let me know what kind of videos you like for me to produce and what you want to see on the YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is for our fans. It's not necessarily for me. So that's going to basically wrap up the video, guys. If you have any questions about any of the products, take a look in the description box before you do a comment, because everything you're going to need is going to be in statusdetailstore.com. All the products that are not in there will be either in Amazon links or probably Home Depot links. Like I said, everything I use, even if I don't sell, it's going to be in the store, because I want you to have access to all of these products without doing all the research. I'm going to make it super easy for you. So if you want to set up just like this, you can do it in your own house and you can knock all this stuff out. If you have multiple cars or you're going to do this long term, you will save so much money from going to a high-end detailer like myself, or even a medium grade detailer. You will save so much money by just buying the products and putting the time in. A lot of us have a lot of spare time now with all the time we have at home because of the whole COVID situation. So I hope this video is something that'll help you kind of escape that situation. I hope this video will be give you the confidence to go outside and spend a lot of time with a car that you love and really detail it and really put a lot of time in on it and make sure it looks awesome. I would absolutely love to hear success stories of people who watched this video and carried out the detail, especially anybody who tries to tackle the ceramic coating stuff. Like I said, I know you guys can handle that. It's a patience game. It's not a skill game. If you have patience and you work slow, you're going to knock it out of the park. You're going to get a ceramic coated car and you're going to love every second of it. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to see you in the next one.